Alright guys, we are making this today. This is a DIY skull frame with that guy chilling in the middle. So if you want to see how I made this, then just stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to day 19 of Vlogoween. We are doing a DIY skull frame. This is going to be a lengthy tutorial. Let me just walk you through everything that you're going to need. 4 of these fence pieces from the Dollar Tree. All of this is from the Dollar Tree, by the way. And you're going to need 4 of these, a hot glue gun and some hot glue. This little guy was white. As you can see, I've spray painted him black. So you will need spray paint or regular paint. I went ahead and went with spray paint. This guy right here was white. As you can see, I've only painted so much of him because I'm gonna cut the back of his head off. I've had the creepy cloth, but you can get the creepy cloth from the Dollar Tree as well. You're gonna need some wire LED lights. These are orange ones. The original had the same purple lights that I used on my wreath, but I didn't find purple at my Dollar Tree. I only found orange, so I wanted to keep it Dollar Tree. I wanted to keep it all Dollar Tree instead of using the ones from Target, which is where I got the purple ones from. Chanel stems, black foam board. An optional step in the original video, she takes like contact paper and covers up the back of the frame, or like the inside of the frame. I'm gonna use these sticky spiderweb papers that I have. They're just like sticky, I don't know, sticker paper or whatever. So I'm gonna use those instead. And then you're also gonna need black duct tape, and they use zip ties, but I'm not gonna use zip ties. And also you're gonna need some black paint if you want to make it like, I'll show you, just stay tuned. So yeah, like I said before, to make this shorter, I went ahead and I cut off all the skulls off of 2 of my frames. So this is what they're gonna look like once you cut the skulls off. And so you're gonna have little individual skulls that you will be gluing back onto the frame. And I'll explain why in a moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut one of them for you. You can do this with a box cutter. Just be really careful. You can basically score the plastic on the edges. I didn't have a box cutter, but I do have wire snips. And they work pretty much the same. So you wanna take the curved part of your wire snips and you wanna put it against the edge of the skull, right where the skull and the crossbones meet. And just give it a snip, and then go on the other side, do the same thing. And usually if you can get it just right, you can just pop it right off. So basically that's what I'm gonna do. And you want the curved side up against the skull, just so you're not going against the grain. There you go. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get all 3 of the skulls off, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. If you get a stubborn one, I have a little kitchen knife here that I just take, and be very, very careful, and just kind of takes it right off. Ta-da. All right, we're gonna clean up our space and get started. You're gonna take your fence, which is usually like this, and you're gonna flip it like this, and you're gonna glue each of your skulls onto the frame like that. Alright, and that's what you should have now. And don't worry if there's any gaps or anything like that. We're gonna fix that, don't worry. So once that is set up, we're gonna flip it over where all these gaps are. That's where these come in handy. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take a pipe cleaner, you're gonna fold it in half, like so. And then you wanna glue it into this little trough in here and down on here. So it kind of makes a flat surface. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And I have some popsicle sticks, so I will not burn my fingers this time. I'm still probably gonna burn my fingers. Almost did it, guys. I almost did it. I almost put my finger in it again. it just helps to keep your frame in place a little better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go across here, each of the X's, I'm gonna do that. And yeah, I'll be, see you guys in fast forward. Alright guys, so hopefully you didn't burn yourself. I still got it, managed to get it on me. So this is what you should have. Turn it over. And see, like I said, don't worry about those gaps. They're going to be filled in. No big deal. So your bottom part of your skull frame is complete. Let me show you how to glue on the sides, and then I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be back to assemble the entire frame. So you're going to glue all of them sitting this way on the frames. On each respective one, you're going to turn them sideways, and you're going to glue them just like this with the stakes pointing in towards each other. Alright guys, we've got all of our little skulls on to each of the center pieces, and this is what they look like. Might look a little rough. There still might be glue on them and things like that. We're going to do the same thing on the back that we did on the other ones. So I'm going to go do that off camera since you already seen how I did that. I'm going to go ahead and take care of all the rest of these, and then I'll be back with the assembly. Alright guys, I've got all of my skull frames with their backings on them. At this point, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these little end pieces off of all of them. Alright, so you just want to take that off of all 4 of the fences. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. We're going to be working with the top piece, and we're going to be working with the side pieces. I've only got one, the top piece and one of the sides, so I can show you how to do this. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece off from the top and the bottom of your center of your sides, okay? So you're going to take these little guys off, but keep them, and try to keep them intact too, because what you're going to do is attach this part of the frame to this. So this piece is going to go under here. So just keep watching and I will show you. Okay guys, so I have, this is the top, this is the side, and so what you're going to do is you're going to glue right here, and you're going to glue this piece on to right there, and then this piece is going to come off right here, and it's going to go under the frame right about here. Okay, so let me see if I can do that. Hopefully I'll be in the frame. So we're going to go ahead and cut this piece off. So then you're going to put hot glue here. You're going to take your frame and you're going to glue it down on top. Alright, so once you have your frame glued, it doesn't take very long for it to glue. It's very wobbly, like right here. So that's where you're going to put this piece. You're going to put that just like that, and you're going to glue that down as well. And this is what the underneath side is going to look like now. And we're going to put more of the chenille throughout this area to keep it in place. So basically what you want to do is this pattern all the way around, all 4 corners. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and then I will be back when the frame is in place. Okay, so real quick, you guys, this is what I decided to do, which is different from the way that she did it, but I just wanted to show you guys what I did. And you, like I said, this is your own project, so, you know, you do you, boo. And I hope I am in focus, guys. I don't know if I am or not. So what I did was I glued this one to the top, and then it wasn't sticking very good, so I put some hot glue in the trough, and then I laid one of those chenilles down. I folded it in half. I laid it in half. I laid it in there, and then I folded it over the end of it, and then I laid a popsicle stick. I glued a popsicle stick in there to keep that part down and make it a little bit more stable. So this is how I'm gonna do all 4 of these corners like this. So yeah, you do whatever works for you if you decide to recreate this. All right, so this is what the back of my frame looks like on all 4 corners. So this thing is pretty big, so hopefully you guys can still see when I flip it over. So I'm gonna try and just get the middle in frame, since that's what we're gonna be working on right now, is the middle, and unfortunately it's not. I'm gonna have to do this sideways. Alright, so you can see the entire middle of the frame. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our foam board right here. And I don't know if I'm gonna cover my foam board or not. I think I'm just gonna leave it black because this doesn't really go with the theme that I'm thinking of. So I'm just gonna leave mine plain. In her video, at first she left it plain, and then she went back and she added design on it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna line it up, and you're gonna line it up with the corner and the sides, and then you're gonna mark. Basically, I'm just gonna go in and take my knife and kind of cut where I need to do it. So basically, you just want to mark. You can mark that with a pencil and cut it later, but I just went ahead and did that. I'm gonna take this out, and that's what I've got going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the rest of this out. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. You can clean it up after you're done. And then you're gonna take it and you're gonna glue it in the center of your frame like that. I would recommend, since we're gonna be gluing it over like open area, to put a popsicle stick in that space. That way you'll have something to glue onto. Alright, so on the sides here, I just took, if you can see that, I just took popsicle sticks and glued them in between the frame and the poster board. She ends up painting her frame black, but I wanted to leave it like this. I thought it looked much better like this than solid black. I know, weird for me, right? So now we're gonna work on the skeleton. So you're gonna take this guy, and I've spray painted him but didn't think about moving his joints, but that's okay. You're basically gonna put him on the frame about here, and since his legs are not long enough, or his legs are too long, because you don't want all of him, you just kind of want to have him about that size. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut off the poor guy's legs about here, and you're going to tuck him there and glue him down. Don't worry, we are going to replace his head. So what you're going to do with this is you are going to, once you get him glued down, you're going to pop off his head, or before or after, whatever. But we're going to put this on here, okay? And to elongate his neck a little more, we're going to add a piece of his leg joint. I'm basically gonna make a hole, and then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut the back of his head off. And you're also going to cut out his eyes. All right, guys, we've got one skull with eyeballs open. It was difficult to say the least. So we're gonna go ahead and glue him down. But before we do that, there's a couple things I wanna change from the original. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a hole here so that I can put the lights through the back when I'm done. Down here so you can't see where the lights are coming through. But basically I'm gonna run it right through here. Alright, you can't see that when the skull's in place. But I can run my lights through there and I'm not gonna mess up my frame. And I've got my lights with batteries. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue my skull in place. All right, now we're gonna flip him over and I'm gonna feed my lights through. That looks pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna touch up the paint and then I'm going to, oh, they just cut off. Do they flicker? Yeah, they don't flicker, they died. So I'm gonna take that apart and find another set of lights. All right, I found a new pair of battery operated lights and these also have a twinkle function. They're on, you just can't really see them, so let's fluff them up a little bit in there. You guys saw in the intro what he looked like with the lights off, so I am gonna paint this part right here, and I'm gonna paint underneath here, even though you really can't see it, and I'm gonna paint that right there. So I decided to paint behind the rib cage white so that there's a little bit of a contrast there since I don't have a background. Alright, I'm gonna let my crazy little skeleton guy dry and then I will come back with the final touches. I actually took and punched some of the lights through the back so that they would kind of stay up towards the top so that I had, you know, more of the lights showing like when it's hanging on the wall. So I did that and now we're gonna do the final step. Take that creepy cloth and we're gonna drape it over the entire front of this skeleton. We're going to glue this and tuck this all the way around the skeleton. So you just want to measure it out and cut it off. Alright, once you have that all glued down over the top of your skeleton, so you've got this creepy cloth, then you're going to take your cloth and you're going to cut down the middle. And I suggest doing it however you want. There is a lot more of the creepy cloth like on hers, but this is your skeleton. You do it how you want. So here is the final result, guys. I may go pick up some of those flowers and kind of embellish the frame a little bit more because I think it needs some more stuff. So yeah, I'll put that on my Instagram if I decide to add more embellishments to it. But for right now, this is the completed project. So thanks for sticking around, guys, and happy Vlogoween. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.